Today I want to tell you about some towns within Knoxville that are less popular and maybe give you a leg up on where to look for a home. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? Ben here with Producing Knoxville Real Estate, and we are recording this video from my home office. You can see my military stuff, my collectible toys. Man, I'm not good at this. Oh, my camera's flipped. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about 3 towns in and around Knoxville that might be a good option for you when searching for a home. I'm going to tell you why they're popular, what, the ups and downs about them as well, the downside of these areas. Additionally, home prices, general things that you might want to know if you're looking for a home. So let's get started with the first place. And the first place we're going to talk about is Seymour, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Sevier County and Blount County. Seymour sits in south of Knoxville, almost right in between Sevierville and Knoxville, on Chapman Highway. If you're traveling down Chapman Highway, over the Southgate Street Bridge. Let me show you real quick where it's at. All right, so here we are in Google Maps, and with an aerial shot of Knoxville, East Tennessee. Right now, I've got it on traffic, which let's turn that off. And you know what? I want to turn on terrain because this will impact some of the information and clarify, some of the things I'm going to say about these areas. So, downtown Knoxville is right here, and Seymour is right here, and then you can see Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, the mountains start right here. So, basically, almost, here's Sevierville. So, almost right in the middle of Knoxville and Sevier County. Now, Seymour, again, is a suburb of Blount County and Sevier County. The public schools for this area are Seymour Primary, Junior High, Seymour Intermediate, and then Seymour High School. Pretty straightforward. The average sales price in this area is just below $400,000, though you'll find houses much lower than that, much higher than that in this area as well. Now, this area is rural, so it's a great place for people to move to if you want to be in a more rural setting with not a lot of stuff around you, some rolling hills, wooded, things like that. It's a great area for people that want to be close to everything, but also separated. You feel like you're off on your own. Now, the one of the positives about Seymour, besides the fact that it has beautiful landscape sitting right here in between the Smokies and this small foothill range here, but all of this, as you can see, is rolling hills. So you're not going to find a lot of flat land, but you're going to find a lot of picturesque, pretty landscapes. Now, additionally, commuting from Seymour is super easy. Going back to the traffic mode, right now I'm recording this. It's 8:30, almost 8:30 a.m. So traffic should be pretty heavy right now. And overall, you can see there's not a lot of red in Knoxville. So, when people complain about traffic here, take it with a grain of salt, depending on where you're coming from. It may be a lot, depending on where you're coming from. But if you're in Seymour, you can commute to Knoxville. It's 15 miles, or less than 15 miles away. So you can get there pretty easily. Additionally, if you want to get away and go into the Smokies, you could probably get from Seymour to not just Sevierville, but into Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg in less than 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes if it's like, a Saturday, Sunday afternoon, and there's just a lot of traffic because everybody's up there visiting Dollywood and things like that. So location is great. You can also shoot right from Seymour across the 411 into Maryville, and then you have the airport, downtown Maryville. You got downtown Knoxville here. Additionally, Seymour has shopping right here off of Chapman Highway. So you've got lots of businesses, McDonald's, AutoZone, Bojangles, Dollar General. You've got other restaurants and small businesses. A little further down, you've got Kroger. And right around in this area, there's a Super Walmart, O'Reilly's Auto Shop. So, you don't have to go into Knoxville, Sevierville, or Maryville to do your grocery shopping and things like that. You can just stay right here in Seymour and get that done. But again, when you do want to go out and have fun, you're close to a lot of things. You got Douglas Lake, just 15 miles northeast. This area right here. Again, Gatlinburg is just 20 miles roughly south from Seymour. And of course, you've got downtown Knoxville, Iams Nature Center, all the events, UT football, just 11 miles northwest from Seymour. So it's a convenient location. It's an affordable location. So one of the downsides of Seymour is the fact that you're not going to find a lot of flat land. The houses are affordable. You're also going to find a lot of mix between nice homes and then average homes and then some like not so nice homes. Now, getting to the flat land thing, to be honest, if you're looking for flat land in East Tennessee, you're going to have a hard time. Again, just going to the map. You've got the mountain range here. You got the Smoky Mountains here. Everything in the middle is rolling foothills, from the mountains. So you'll have a somewhat harder of a time finding flat land. Additionally, regarding the house comment I made, this is East Tennessee. Tennessee in general, the South, don't tread on me country. So, people were just putting houses up a lot of times, buying land, putting whatever house they wanted up or whatever structure on the property that they wanted to call their house. So, there wasn't a lot of rules and codes and things for a long time on how people build their homes. And even today, if you're not in an HOA community that has guidelines on how your house is going to be built, you can put a single wide, a double wide, a single family home, a 1-story, a 2-story, a brick, log cabin, whatever it is, you can put whatever you want on your property. And as land becomes more sparse, houses are being built closer together. So point being is, you just have to be aware of that. And, there's going to be trades when looking for a home. Obviously, you could find the perfect house, perfect land, but, you may have something unsightly next door or down the street. So just be aware that this is really not a Seymour problem. This is just a rural Tennessee thing that you're just going to see pretty often. Okay, the next area we're going to talk about is Corryton, Tennessee, also known as Gibbs. And if you look on the map, you're probably going to see it as Gibbs, but it is Corryton. Corryton is located in North Knox County and is what we call a bedroom community, where it's mostly made up of homeowners and, single-family homes. There's very little out there, and most of the people who live there commute outside the area for work. There's not a lot of businesses in there. There's a small intersection in Corryton that has like a gas station, a grocery store, a couple auto mechanics, auto parts stores. I think there used to be a little bit more on one of the corners, but now it's just 2 gas stations and a grocery store. But other than that, there's nothing up there except for farms, houses, things like that. So this is ultra rural. It's also ultra outside of Knoxville. It's on the corner of the northeast side of Knox County, and it's not super far from everything, in my opinion, but it's far enough that you just should be aware of that. So schools for Corryton are Gibbs schools: Gibbs Elementary, Gibbs Middle School, and Gibbs High, and then there's Corryton Middle School. Average sales price in this area, again, is just below $400,000, but you'll find houses way more expensive than that, and then again, you'll find houses much cheaper than that. Back to what I made the comment about earlier with rural areas and, building homes, just keep that in mind as well. This area is probably a little more open as far as fields, open, cattle ranches, things like that, than you would see in Seymour. It's also not as rolling as Seymour, but again, it's still East Tennessee. It's still rolling. You're going to find rolling hills everywhere here. Now, the closest town to Corryton, if you don't want to go to that intersection and shop at that one grocery store in Corryton, is probably Hall's Crossroads. Now, looking at the map, you've got Gibbs here, this area. This is Midway IGA, I think, is the only grocery store up here. Now, the next closest town is going to be Hall's, which is right here. And that's roughly 5-6 miles down Emory Road into Hall's. Now, Hall's has everything and lots of everything. So, Super Walmart, you got Food City. There's an Aldi's. There's a lot more than that in this area. It's just looking at Google Maps and trying to find it can sometimes be challenging. But yeah, you've got everything and more in Halls. So if you were in Corryton, there's not a lot of need to come into town unless you're commuting for work and stuff like that, because you can do your grocery stores just 5 miles away in Halls Crossroads. Gibbs or Corryton Village is a great place to live if you just want to be away from Knoxville. Like, I mean away. Like, it's not easy to get to town. Now, granted, you can get to Knoxville in probably 30 minutes if you were to drive straight down this road here, Tazewell Pike. It'll bring you into Fountain City area, Old North Knoxville, which is technically the city, Fountain City right here, and then into Knoxville. So it's 30-40 minutes, give or take, depending on traffic, depending on where you are in the area. Now, Corryton Gibbs is also a great place if you want your odds of finding more usable land. This is probably a better option than Seymour. Seymour, you could get 5 acres, but 4 of those acres may be like this, whereas in Corryton they may be like this, or more rolling. Great place for that. Additionally, Corryton is a great place, again, if you want mountains but you don't want big mountains like the Smokies or the Tourist. You've got mountains in this area. You got House Mountain here, which is a great hike and one of the best views of East Tennessee. You can see for tens of miles, probably hundreds of miles in a 360-degree circle if you go to House Mountain. You also have Little Cumberland Mountain, which is about 30 miles north, right up in here. And additionally, you're about 30 minutes from Norris Lake. So, one of the prettiest natural lakes in East Tennessee. So again, a recap, Corryton Gibbs is a great place for you if you're looking for rural, to be away, and the option of finding more usable land. The downside of Corryton, again, is that it's far away from everything. So, even if you wanted to go to the lake, you're talking about 30 miles. If you want to go into Knoxville, you're probably talking about roughly 30 miles. So, it's going to be a 30, 40-minute drive to get anywhere. Unless you want to go into Halls, which there's probably stuff to do in Halls as well, going out to eat and things like that. There's some bars and things, churches. There's churches in Corryton, of course, too. So, and then all the way, there's churches everywhere. It's the South. So that's not an issue. But anyway, Corryton, great option. Gibbs, a town you probably haven't heard of. Corryton, you probably have. Same place, same option. Before we get to the last place in this video, make sure to check out my most recent upload, 5 of the best places to get a burger in Knoxville. You can check that out by clicking here or follow the link in the description. Also, if you are thinking of buying or selling real estate, it doesn't matter if you're coming to Tennessee or not. Either I or some of the best real estate brokerages in my network can help you no matter where you're at. Just give me a shout. Let me know what you're looking for. Let me know where you're at. And I will take the time to help connect you with a great agent in your area. Additionally, if you're coming to East Tennessee, then just holler at your boy. I'm happy to help you out. And of course, as always, please like and subscribe. I'd really like to try to hit 5,000 subscribers. I don't know why. It's just an arbitrary number, but it'd be cool. I'm over 3,000 now, which I never thought would have happened. And I don't make videos like I used to. I need to get better at it. So yeah, hit like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the last place that we're going to check out is Lenoir City. This is a town on the edge of West Knoxville, outside of West Knoxville, in Loudoun County. It's a suburb city of Loudoun County. It sits along the Tennessee River, and going back to the map, you've got Farragut here, which most people that have probably looked into moving to Knoxville have come across Farragut. But if you take the 40 and you just follow it west, you're going to run into Lenoir City, right down here on the Tennessee River. Now, the schools for this area are going to be Lenoir City Elementary, Middle, and Lenoir City High. Lenoir City has an average sales price of probably $500,000, though the median is $480,000. So you're gonna have a hard time staying under $400,000. You're probably gonna have a hard time staying under $450,000. But it's a great place to live. And the best part of Lenoir City is that if you like water, if you like jet skiing, fishing, boating, whatever it is, this is a great place for you. Why? I mean, look at the location. You're sitting on the Tennessee River. You've got parks, trails, all in this area. golf courses all over this, all over Loudoun County in general. Loudoun County is generally, as I back up and hit terrain, is generally more level, especially being with all this water around. So you'll have a better chance of finding level lots. Again, remember, when I say level, I just mean not at a 90 degree or 45 degree angle. But they're still going to be at sloping and at angles. But you'll have an easier time in Lenore City. Additionally, Lenore City, I can't talk right now, has this downtown area. It's not a city. I mean, I wouldn't call it a city. Maybe by definition it's a city, but you have a lot of stuff in this area. Hospitals, shopping, groceries. Additionally, this area was built up around Route 11 and along Tennessee River because it was an import-export town. Not so much now, but that's kind of where it started. So there's, it's conveniently located as far as you could jump right on the interstate and get into Knoxville, or go wherever you want pretty easily. And though you are outside of Knoxville and far from downtown, you have everything right here. And additionally, you've got more mountains and rivers to the north, like Mountain Hill Lake, which is a great place for fishing and water lifestyles. So that's Lenore City. Again, a great place for you to live if you want flatter land, but most importantly, if you like a water lifestyle, because yeah, this place is right next to it's on the water, so it's easy to have a water lifestyle here. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. I'm asking around, trying to get input from other agents, inspectors, people I know that live in the area for a long time on recommendations on towns that we can highlight. I'll try to do as much research as I can if I don't know the town very well. But hey, it'll be exciting. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.